Hello everyone, today I want to spend my time exploring the new planet of Toxicity. We're kind of waiting on this purification thing anyway to unlock the atmospheric purifier tier 2. Because while we could build a lot more, I don't think that is super worth it. Along the way I'll be collecting some resources we need for a little shelter. That way we can breathe anywhere we want, just by setting one up. And I guess let's go to this area. That is highly toxified. There's 52 toxic goops around. Well, in that case, we better start cleaning. The explosives would be so nice for areas like this, where there's just a bunch laying right next to each other. More jetpacks. That is quite interesting, though. Like, they have jetpacks, like, all over the place. What's up around here? Can we go down here? Oh, yeah. Damn, it's bright in these toxic wasteland goopy things. I wonder what they were doing here, though. I know this planet was used for tungsten mining, but this doesn't really look like that. This looks more like gas extraction. Maybe they realized they needed to clean the area? And that's when this started to happen? Or started to be built? I'm sure we'll find a note explaining what the heck this place is soon. So far, my least favorite part about this DLC is how quickly your inventory gets filled up by that goop. Like, I don't really mind the cleaning itself, but imagine if you started a completely new world instead of going with the interplanetary travel. Your inventory would be back to like 24/7. Like, I made an entire new storage container, and my inventory is still full. And this isn't a very handy game. Although I guess maybe there was supposed to be something that connected to the platform. So we're going into that tunnel now. Is this all underground? No, it just leads back outside. And we're almost done in the area. Just one more to go. What is all in here? Any notes? Some algae in here. I don't really need that, though. I mean, I'll take it, sure. A water bottle can't hurt either. Ooh, some sneaky storage. This was like right behind the building. Anything off to the sides? I don't really see anything. There clearly is a toxic goop somewhere still. Oh, there's more sneaky boxes hiding here. Oh, more explosives. Wish I found that a bit earlier. Aha, I see it. I was hiding behind one of these things. I was really just kind of expecting to read some sort of note from this base. But there's nothing. There's a T on the side. We'll have to keep that in mind. Which is something I'll probably not do myself, because I am forgetful like that. Alright, let's do some more exploration. Our planet has these weird nooks and crannies, but nothing like super useful. Is there anything on the right side of this? Seems to be some snowy mountain peaks here. Oh, and there's actual bases around here too. Let's see what they have. A chest. I mean, I wouldn't say this is bad stuff, but I'm more interested in a little more lore. I mean, I'll take them though, especially the uranium ones, the uranium rods. Well, by looking around, there's nothing more in this area. It includes the entire spawn area, like we're encased in cliff faces on all sides. Of course, that doesn't mean that there's not more, because, I mean, where the heck are the other 30 bases, of course? Was this train line that went into the mountain? I'm guessing that goes to like a much larger area. If we can take the train yet. It seems like we can. Alright, let's have a little seat. Take the train for the mountain. I don't think this is... do you want to close that door, man? I guess not. It's not really a cinematic cam as much, is it? Okay, there's a bunch of goop in this area. We're gonna make like a little pit stop somewhere. You know, I feel like this train isn't much faster than just flying with the jetpack. I can't even see the cool stuff around here either. Though I will admit, it's a lot longer of a train ride than I expected. Much longer. We're coming up to what looks like a dome? Yeah, okay, this is where the like main bulk of the game is, of the DLC, alright? Yeah, you can see quite a lot. Also, quite a lot of nothing. Oh my god, there's a bunch of stuff there. What's going on here? Damn. I guess train derailed and that messed stuff up. Alright, let's start cleaning the area. You have a couple explosives on me though, so... There we go. Well, I could leave all the toxic goop around. I will be taking it all with me. I know I complained about inventory space at first, but I honestly don't know if we need this stuff later. And if there's only a limited amount of it, kinda have to take it whenever we can. Right, another explosive spot right there. Hope it does get rid of everything. Yes. Nice. Can't wait until we can make those ourselves. It's been making this so much easier. I will say that there's also so much random debris in this DLC. Like, sure, there was like human stuff all over the place in some of the older like planets and moons, except for Aquilus, I guess. But this one, like, it has a bunch of these scrap piles everywhere. So I might just have to set up a base in this area to begin with. I mean, I should do that sooner rather than later, I would say. Because we already have so many chests. I can see that becoming a lot more. There we go, the entire location is now purified. Ooh, the purification multiplier fuse. That's pretty good. How much does it actually cost to make one of those optimizers? I think if we find one more explosive powder, we can make the tier 2. But thinking about it, if we're going to build a base in this area, where should we do that? Can we destroy all this? Oh my god. We can completely rebuild this, get so much power. We would have to get rid of all the toxic goop, but I mean, that'd be worth it. There's so many of these solar panels. I'm gonna fly around a little bit. We might set up near this larger dome. This does look like a nice flat area to start building in, though. I'm not getting intoxicated here. Probably not the right word to use there. Different kind of toxins. What the hell? Do you think this is the main tungsten drill? And that is what they broke into? Like, that's where all the toxic is? Yeah, I would say we start building a base in this area right here. It seems to be kind of central. It's a nice and bright day out today. Thinking about it, we can also just make a bunch of tier 2 lockers. I've been seeing circuit boards all over the place. Huh. There's uranium here. Oh, that's even better then. That's not even that far away from our house. Like, our house is over there. And some purification gel in here as well. Should probably stop picking up all these random things, because we'll come back to those later. Just kind of need to find some more circuit boards. Uranium grows around here, that's good. So we can set up drills in the areas and get those things automatically producing. Alright, I'm just gonna imagine that we have a bunch of circuit boards at the base. I'm gonna clean the train out, and we go back. This chest is actually pretty darn helpful. One thing we don't have here, though, is access to clean drinking water. Because I imagine we have to clean this one up again. Ah, that takes 200 to extract as well. Yeah, water might become a problem in this area. And I want to take the things that isn't just pure goop. Like, we'll come back for that later, because I think we're definitely going to have to make some large storage container for that. We have to come back here anyway. I'll probably do that off camera. Or I go around and loot all the chests. I'll say though, traveling by train's probably going to be pretty tiresome real quick. Yeah, it feels like it takes a solid 50 years for this train to arrive. You know, looking at it, teleporters aren't that bad. I might just hold off on getting the bulk of the items here until we get that. Because we could set up one for sure, power-wise. We just need to get all the zeolite and osmium. But the different chests do have that in this area. The question is, will we have enough pulsar cords? So far, that seems to be a no. I think for the time being, though, let's take all the explosives we got and head over to that solar power farm. And let's see how much power that's actually going to give us. So currently, we're producing like 380. We got 11 solar panels. And then after replacing all of them, we gained 1600 power pretty much, or almost. And we placed 80 solar panels down. That's a good amount, alright. Alright, let's start building the big storage. So we can actually dump some items finally. We also reached clear skies. According to the quest, I don't really see it. It looks the same. What we can also have now is our teleporter. We can call this one home. And we don't have the second one yet, but we do have the power for it at the very least. The big problem is we just need to find, I think, one more pulsar quartz. I think that's everything, because we should have another super alloy rod in the other base. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple pulsar quartz. So I'm gonna look where they are and then grab them. In the meantime, I might also just clear out the cave here of all the toxic goop. Like, I imagine it shouldn't be that difficult, right? And who knows, maybe we'll find something. We found something, alright. Wait, is this pure water? Oh, hell yeah. And a bunch of good stuff in this chest as well. How much is there? 33? I don't think we have the storage capacity right now to deal with that. Ooh, a golden chest. More golden effigies. That's actually pretty good. What isn't good though is the toxicity level is actually kind of high here. We don't have an easy way out. We were actually fine in the train, so what if we just go up here? Alright, we're fine as long as we're on the rails. This area has been purified, and then we're already out of the cave. Yet we're still missing... that must be over there, the last 3 pieces. There we go, cave has been cleaned. Quickly gonna dump all this toxic goop in here. Oh, we got the second detoxification machine. That could be good to build in our new base. What does that cost? Actually, it ain't that expensive. It's probably less expensive than than the first one. Just because we have so much of the goop. And these little mushroomy spores are everywhere too. Well, bad luck, we don't have a pulsar cord at the base. To be honest, it was kind of expected. I think if push comes to shove, we can make a deconstructor recycling machine. There's a bunch of other types of quartz, including cosmic quartz around. Pretty sure that uses the pulsar as well. Case in point, well, let's take that one actually. I think fusion cells were also made with it, and we've seen a lot of those. Of course, it would just be a lot easier to find one. Alright, I've gone around and looked at every chest. There was no pulsar cord. Meaning we're gonna make the recycling machine. And that is gonna cost us some deconstruction chips, silicon and magnesium, and 3 super alloy, which probably all took to the other place. That means we're gonna have to go all the way back just to make that recycling machine. I suppose that's good either way, because I'd rather have it at our actual base than out in the middle of nowhere here. Looking at it, flying with a jetpack is so much faster than this train card. You know what I don't have here? I don't have the crafting station here. Well, I guess good as time as any to craft that, I guess. Alright, 2 deconstruction chips, and turn that into a recycler. Then we put one of the cosmic quartz in there. There we go, there's our pulsar cord. So let's bring all these supplies over to the other base again. And then we can just teleport between these 2 locations. Alright, let's place this one down. Call it spawn. Now we can easily go back and forth between the 2 bases we got. We're also very close to the tier 2 purifier now. And we're 12% of global planet purification. Alright, I'm going to be leaving it off over here. There's a lot of transporting I gotta do. It also means making more chests, I guess, because these are already pretty full. And then in the next episode, we'll probably work on exploring this large building and making the tier 2 purifier. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.